Hello students, today we are going to continue the chapter 4 materials, metals and non-metals. Before that, we can do a quick revision on that. First of all, we have learned that out of 92 naturally occurring elements, 70 are metals and about 22 are non-metals. Some elements show properties of both metals and non-metals. They are called metalloids. Only some metals like gold, silver, platinum, etc. are found in the free state. Most metals are found in the combined state in the form of oxides, sulfides, carbonates, silicates, etc. Some non-metals are found in free state like helium, neon, argon, etc. And some are found in free and combined states like sulfur and phosphorus. Then we have learned about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Metals are solids. Generally, metals are solids. Non-metals may be solids, liquids, or gases. Metals are hard. Exceptions are there, except sodium and potassium. Non-metals, which are solids and they are brittle. Metals have metallic luster. Non-metals do not have luster. Metals have high melting point and boiling points. Non-metals have low melting points. Metals are malleable. The meaning of malleability you already learned, which can be beaten into thin sheets. But non-metals are not malleable. Metals are ductile, that is, which can be made into thin wires. Non-metals are ductile. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, but non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Metals are sonorous. Non-metals are not sonorous. These are the difference between physical state of metals and non-metals. Next, we learned about chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First, reaction with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen to form metallic oxides. Magnesium form magnesium oxide, calcium form calcium oxide, sodium form sodium oxides. Metals react with oxygen to form metallic oxides. These oxides are basic oxides because they react with water to form bases. Here, magnesium react with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Again, magnesium oxide react with water to form magnesium hydroxide. So generally, metal oxides are basic in nature. Non-metals also react with oxygen to form non-metallic oxides, but these oxides are acidic oxides because they react with water to form acids. For example, sulfur is a non-metal. It reacts with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. S plus O2 gives SO2. Here sulfur reacts with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. Further, sulfur dioxide reacts with water to form sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid, H2SO3. The formula of sulfurous acid is H2SO3. Then we learned about the reaction of metals with water. Metals also react with water to form metal hydroxides and hydrogen. For example, sodium reacts with water to form sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. So we can write Na 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus H2. This is the chemical equation of that reaction. Similarly, magnesium reacts with water to form magnesium hydroxide plus hydrogen. So we learned magnesium react with water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. So generally we can say metals react with water to form metal hydroxide and hydrogen. Next we learn how metals react with acids. Metals react with acids to form metallic salt and hydrogen. They form salt and hydrogen. Let us take an example of zinc. Zinc metal react with hydrochloric acid HCl to form zinc chloride and hydrogen. Here zinc is the metal, HCl is the hydrochloric acid, zinc chloride, it is the salt. Okay, metal react with acids to form salt plus hydrogen. Next we have to learn how metals react with metal salt. A more reactive metal replaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. A more reactive metal replaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. For example, magnesium react with the copper sulfate to give magnesium sulfate and copper. Here magnesium is more reactive than copper. So magnesium replaces copper from its salt solution and it forms magnesium sulfate. Another example, zinc is more reactive than copper. So zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution and it forms zinc sulfate plus copper. One more reaction, iron. Iron is more reactive than copper. So iron also displaces this copper from copper sulfate solution to form iron sulfate. This reaction we have learned in class 7. Here blue colored copper sulfate solution changes into light green after the reaction because the solution changes into ferrous sulfate from copper sulfate. So when you put an iron nail into copper sulfate solution, iron displaces copper and it forms iron sulfate. So based on this activity, metals can be arranged in the decreasing order of their activity. We understood that some metals are more reactive, some are less reactive, some are moderately reactive. So a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its solution. That is what is known as displacement reaction. So what is displacement reaction? The reaction in which a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its solution is called a displacement reaction. So here we have to understand reactivity series of metals. Which metal is more reactive? So the arranging of metals in the decreasing order of their reactivity is called the activity series of metals. So the most reactive metal it is potassium, then sodium, then magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, copper, silver, gold. So here potassium is the most reactive metal. So it can replaces all other metals from its solution. Sodium is more reactive than magnesium. So sodium can displace magnesium from its salt solution. Aluminum is more reactive than zinc. So aluminum will displace zinc from its salt solution. Zinc is more reactive than iron. So zinc will displace iron from its solution. So this is known as reactivity series. This is prepared on the basis of displacement reaction. This reactivity series is prepared based on the displacement reactions. So these are the chemical properties of metals. Next, what are the uses of metals? So metals, both metals and non-metals are used for different purpose. First of all, iron is used for making pins, nails, nuts, bolts, tools, machine, construction of buildings, bridges, etc. Aluminium, it is used for making utensils, wires, furniture, parts of aircrafts, vehicles, machines, for packing food and medicines, etc. Copper is used for making wires, vessels, and electric gadgets. Gold, it is used for making jewelry, coins, medals, etc. Silver, it is used for making jewelry, coins, medals. Platinum, used for making jewelry, electric gadgets. Sodium, compounds of sodium are used in different situations. Common salt is a compound of sodium. Calcium compounds are used for making cement, glass, etc. So these are the uses of metals. Next, what are the uses of non-metals? Sulfur is used for making sulfuric acid. Sulfur is used for making sulfuric acid, salts of metals. Oxygen is used for respiration by living things, burning of fuels. Nitrogen, it is used for making ammonia, which is used for making fertilizer. Hydrogen is also used for making ammonia, which is used for making fertilizers. And hydrogen is also used as fuel in rockets. Chlorine, it's a non-metal which is used to kill germs in water. Iodine, it is used as a tincture to prepare tincture iodine, which is an antiseptic. So these are the uses of non-metals. So in this chapter we have learned the physical properties of metals and non-metals and the chemical properties of metals and non-metals.